Fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Thursday, December the 18th, the year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Picking levels. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, let's have risk management in place so we don't lose more than we're willing to lose when we are trading. Now, normally, I don't do Thursday videos, but if you probably noticed, I did a Wednesday or didn't do a Wednesday video this week. That's because I volunteer at the food bank on Thursday mornings, but we're going to have some bad weather here on the West Coast, on the Oregon coast here, so they decided to do the food bank yesterday. So that's why this video is coming today. Picking levels. It's kind of interesting. Walmart called me up early this morning. He goes, "Hey, you trading?" And so I was still horizontal in bed. And anyway, some news had come out, and then we had some more news. And so I thought, might be a good idea just to do some old school level picking. Um, and so we're just going to use some horizontal lines here. So we're going to put one right here at the open, because that was a news bar. I think that was during the London session. So what I would like to call this is a return bar. Okay. Now, right here, you see you had a turn trade. So let's put another, I think there's a way, except I don't see it. There's a way where you can just grab these lines and okay, I put that at the wrong spot. Let's move that right there on that turn trade. So these levels might play an important role where price is probably going to either return to these levels or reject off of these levels. So you can see here, it rejected off of this level, then it broke through it, then it returned and then rejected the other way. So that's just something to look for. And not using any special indicators, just looking at the chart, seeing what happened. Now, if we move forward in time here, we can do it again. So we want another horizontal line, and it's like right there and right here. That you can see there's one other thing, there's a gap here. So right here, we might look to return to the line to that price. Now, you see what happened here? Price came to this level and then bounced off of it. And what I was telling Walmart is it's like we were actually looking for price to drop below it, but I said I'm looking at the chart and price hasn't closed below this 26 level, and it was a bunch of times here. So you can see here, it dropped below it, but it closed above it. So I'm saying, if price is closing above it, and then it got to the launch pad, one of my favorite spots. And you can see here, once again, we had a turn trade that happened here. And we had another turn trade that happened here. And so we've got this return bar here, and all the rest are turn trade levels. So you can see here, price came here, hit it, and got rejected. Price came here, hit it, rejected. It broke through, came back, and then rejected the other way. But you can see here, when we put in this turn trade, price just started dropping and dropping. Then it came here, came to this level, finally closed below it. So here's the key right here. In fact, let's expand that, because this is key. We finally got to close below that level. And what happened? It closed above it and then returned right below, and it continued on its path down. And you can, here, bunch of lower lows, bunch of lower highs, all signaling price to go down, right? And then what happened here? Price came here to this level, rejected it, and then it finally came below it, came back up, got rejected, and then it went back down. And way down here at this 33.52 level, as you can see, we haven't quite come back down to that level. But once again, you know, price came up, broke through the level, tried to test it here, and then it's just fell down. Now it's just meandering. So, you know, what's there to look at here? So once again, looking at return bars, looking at these turn trades, and then just saying, hey, has price closed above or below that? What's happening at that level? There's really no magic here. There really isn't. And so when you look at the chart, you can do this. Now, the one thing to be aware of is we're looking at M1. And a lot of times you've probably heard me say it, and Walmart likes to tease me about it. Now he's starting to say it himself. You know, if I'd only waited an hour, because Walmart actually got in a little trouble. He thought it was going to break that level down to about the 20 or 18, and it bounced off that 26 and ran up to that 40. Um, so what you might want to do is you might want to come all the way up to H4. Now, I need to, looks like get rid of some lines here because we need to start over. I think I can just do that. Delete all arrows. What would that do? That didn't work. Delete. 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 And delete. So we're looking at H4 now, and you know, the time we trade here, we just put in a new H4. So this is my 10 o'clock, this is the 6 o'clock, this is the 2 o'clock. So this is London, and I'm asleep. But if I wake up and I see something that's looking like this, so what do? I'll come in here, and let's stick a horizontal line right here. That's a return bar. Look how big it is. And now you can see this one's pretty big also. So right here, that's going to be a return bar. Right there. So now we got two lines, and we're moving in between them. And so that's going to take a while to get there. So now you might want to drop down to the H1 level. And you look at the chart and you go, So you can see a turn. There was a turn trade there at H1, turn trade here. And then you might look and see, well, where else is there something? So this would have been a return bar, price return to it. This would have been a return bar, price return to it. So this is like a return bar. It's a nice big bar, not as big as this one, but it's still big. And then price return to it. So right here, this level about here. So that kind of gives us a little range here where price might return to. And then once again, this was a return level. So if we label that there, you can see price got above it, closed above it, closed above it. Oh, finally closed above it, tested above it. I mean, closed below it, tested above it, and then came back through. So you can see right here, that's 33. That's like almost, double O, 34. Imagine that, right? Price cycling, crisscrossing the double O. And then right here, what do we have? We've got the 75 line. Oh, imagine that price bouncing off the 75, psychological. So, when we're putting these levels out here, we can use the psychological levels if we want. Let's see. Like right here, 30, 50, 75 double low, or we can go ahead and start doing turn trades and looking at here, like here's M30. Once again, these are lining up pretty well already. That almost looks like a return bar. Right there. And a lot of times the last bar, to put in, the last bullish bar here to the upside to put in this, you could put a line there. And what happens? Price returns to it. Now you can say, oh yeah, but this is all hindsight, RumpledOne. No, you can start doing it, as the chart's plotting. I'm just doing this now, and like I said, I took off the chart shift and I started it, back here and then moved forward. I mean, you could call it hindsight if you want, but this is what happens every day. You can try this yourselves. Like I say, you don't need any indicators. It's just real simple. Just, you know, going off of turn trades. What's a turn trade? It's like a flip flop. Bull then bear close. Price turned. It was going up, it turned down. Here, bear, bull, what happened? Price went down, it turned up. I mean, right there. And look at that. Let's go ahead and put a horizontal line on it. Right here. What's that? That's a lowest open trade. And what happened? Price came down in that zone. Right here, highest open trade. Price never got back up there. This stuff can be very simple. Very simple. And you just have to trade what you see. Is it going to work every time? No. And that's why we have our stop loss risk management in place. It's not going to work every time. But it can pay off. And you just have to trust it. I mean, sometimes, it goes a little, sometimes it goes a lot. And that's why I sometimes say if you want to wait, rather than mark off a 1 minute chart, if you mark off of something of a higher time frame, and then you can see how price is reacting, in the lower time frame. You can, take a look and see what did price do in those lower time frames. So we got these marks here, and pretty much the same thing. I mean, somebody say, well, you could just draw random lines, and actually you can. Now, will price bounce off of them? Maybe, maybe not. But, sooner or later, it's probably going to cross over and it might bounce. You just don't know. And, in trading, sometimes close within a few pips is good enough. So if you see this happening, then all of a sudden you see it, it's like, yeah, I can jump in because here's the line. It hasn't closed above it. It went up and it's coming down. Yeah, I'll take a chance. And that's what trading is, taking a chance. So, fellow traders, let me know if any of this rings true for you. If the light bulb went off, you had an aha moment, it hit you like a ton of bricks. Because this is something that's really simple. You can start with a blank chart, put a few horizontal lines on there, and make sure your risk management is in place. And you can fire those trades off because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.